So Konami seems like they're starting to hide just how woke they are. Apparently, they deleted a post that was announcing Silent Hill 2 remake was designed for modern audiences, but it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know this, considering the fact that they had a literal consulting company work on the game. And one of the consultants that worked on the game that I talked about the other day actually was exposed for previous tweets saying that they hated gamers, that they didn't want gamers in the world, that the world would be a much better place without gamers. And then you've seen all the other nonsense they spouted. So it's no secret. And of course, if a game fails, they're going to blame it on gamers. I think deleting post with modern audience literally as the buzzword in the tweet shows that they know they fucked up. Right. You can say whatever you want about Silent Hill 2 and Silent Hill 2 Remake. There's no doubt about it that consulting companies had their little finger in the pie and that there was some changes made to appeal to this modern audience that doesn't show up. They don't show up. All right. The game might be good and all this, but it's still tainted. All right. Now, continuing on, you can see the publisher of Bloober Team's upcoming remake of Silent Hill 2 deleted their post announcing the game was designed for modern audiences. At the end of May, they published a post on X that has since been deleted where it announced, see how the Bloober Team devs working on Silent Hill 2 preserved authenticity while adapting a horror classic for modern audiences. So yeah, that post is gone. Why? Why is it gone? Exactly, because cringe. When you pander to a modern audience, again, they don't exist. They didn't support anything financially like Concord, Dustborn, hell, even Star Wars Outlaws. Sure, Silent Hill 2 Remake might be a success. It might have good reviews. But tell me this. What are they doing hiding that it was made for modern audiences in a post, huh? What about having, what was it, Hit Detection, the consulting company, working on this game? Why? If it's a remake, why doesn't it just have everything from the original? Why do they constantly have to have modernization and all these remakes and re-releases and stuff? Why do they have to make things catered to a modern audience is what I don't know. Now, the post apparently included a video that featured the game's lead producer saying, I think the biggest change that we've had was actually how to make the game approachable for the newcomers who have not played the original, but at the same time to retain the familiarity of the game that players remember from 20 years ago. Why do you have to change stuff? Why do you have to change stuff? And then the creative designer and lead director said, our goal from the very beginning was to maintain the game's atmosphere while modernizing the gameplay to make it competitive in 2024. I don't care what they say. You're not modernizing it to make it competitive. It's a single player game, first of all. Second of all, you're modernizing, censoring certain things, especially when it comes to female forms. Don't lie. All right. You make females uglified, you make them less attractive. We can't have over sexualized females in the games. All right. I know they got a lot of flack for one of the characters, Angela, in this game. And it's warranted so, because you have all these people working on the game, purposely making characters different, making them ugly, sometimes gender swapping, sometimes race swapping, you name it. All these consulting companies just get in the middle of everything. And like Elon Musk said, DEI kills art. Now, continuing on, said the video also featured commentary from Bloober Team's senior narrative designer who explained how the company changed the story. In the remake, the story remains largely the same. However, with the magic of modern technology, we're able to expand on some of its aspects. And then the senior combat designer said the hardest was designing combat. We want to be as faithful as possible to the original game, but also we want players to feel satisfaction while playing. Remember that we need to fit in the horror genre. Why did they delete this? If so far that's what they're saying that it is. Well, because there were suspicions, and you can see it on this article from Park Place. The post from Konami appeared to confirm suspicions that the game was being injected with the DEI agenda by Bloober Team and the video game consultancy Hit Detection following the redesign of the character Angela that was shown off during the PlayStation State of Play in May. Manga Lawyer shared his suspicions on X, and you can see his tweet. Bloober Team has hired Sweet Baby Inc. 2.0 Hit Detection, a sensitive consulting company for Silent Hill 2 Remake, plus ESG Konami. Ever wonder why Maria looks so sanitized? Not spoiling the game, but it's over, bros. Pack your things. When they said modern audience, they mean it. And that's right. That's exactly what it is. And I guess maybe they're hiding it. I've heard rumors that a lot of these companies now, like Square and you name it, are no longer marketing that they're working with consulting companies because it continues to backfire on them. That when they address that they're part of a, I guess, a development team that's had Sweet Baby Inc. involved or Take This or Hit Detection, that it automatically gets their game sales boycotted, that people backlash against it. And that's true. And I think that's what Square Enix is doing as well, because they had their Pride stream, even though they removed themselves from Sweet Baby Inc.'s list of clients. So yeah, honestly, this was back in May. I believe I did talk about this, which is funny to see, because if you look at the tweet, it actually highlights what they're doing. Sensitive issues assessment. This is what these companies are for, guys. Sensitive issues assessment, where they assess the risk factors for depictions of characters from underrepresented groups, themes, and potential community reactions. Why do video games need that? That's what I want to know. Why do video games need sensitivity issues assessment? Like what in the fucking hell in Silent Hill 2 could there be that would offend a modern audience? Video games are supposed to be fucking fun. And they're worried about bullshit like this. And I don't understand why. It's so fucking cringe to see companies go through and continue to waste funding and resources. And again, I talked about Jacob Geller yesterday, who said that they indeed worked. You can see in the credits, Hit Detection LLC. And they even said, I won't be talking about the game publicly. Have fun figuring out your takes. We exposed some of his stuff that he had in on his Twitter, where essentially he said the world would become a better place if there was no gamers and other hateful things like that. Now, Endymion, who's been killing it with rumors lately, said that video game developers would attempt to hide the woke propaganda by no longer marketing it publicly, which is what I just said. Said, according to his sources, and this is one of the most damning allegations, so please listen carefully, is the game industry across plenty of studios will start to market their games as being devoid of identity politics and pandering almost completely. However, the actual content within these games in the future will not be altered or lessened in terms of identity political content, despite this tonal change in marketing. Simply put, many studios and publishers are still all in on DEI and wokeness in the future, like they are not changing that. And they still want you to consume this content whether you want to or not, but they will now sell you the games by marketing them to you to trick you into thinking they're not woke, basically. So after all the failures that Sweet Baby Inc. has had, having its stench on video games, it looks like the latest rumor is that they're no longer going to be publicly marketing DEI. None of these studios. And it looks like Konami deleted that post because they have something to hide. Interesting, guys. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Love to hear what you guys have to say. Subscribe if you're brand new. I'd love for you guys to join the ABE Nation, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you so much for watching. As always, peace out.